Oh my gosh. Man, I should have squared up the graphic here. I'm going to have half a face here. Hi, everybody. This is Oz. He has half a head this morning. What the hell is this? Here, let me turn this on. Anyway, hi, Shanda. How's Shanda today?
I'm happy. Summer actually showed up on the Olympic Peninsula. So, I get to play in the sun today.
You get to play in the sun. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. It
On the brain.
It's my earworm this morning. Good morning, Al. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Barbara.
Guys.
Yeah, good to see you. We got 78 people in the room right now, and
Right.
78. Yeah, 78. Oh, I'm lying. I am lying again. Oh, you liar, whatever.
Sandy. Good morning, Sandy.
Hi,
Welcome.
Sandy. I love Sandy. Sandy, I'm having trouble pulling your stuff to put it on Rockfin. I'm going to address that this
No.
week. Yeah, it's just being kind of stubborn, but Sandy's got such great stuff. Everybody check out Environmental
does.
Coffee House because Sandy is the voice of sanity in an insane world, Sandy. So, anyway, I'm going to still try and square myself because I'm still kind of like hitting my head on the roof here. So, what's going on?
Tip to be square.
Yeah. What's going on with you, Shanda?
What do you mean?
Oh, what are you gonna do today?
I'm gonna go play in the sun. I got my grandbabies here.
Gonna go play
we're
in the
doing
pool?
the summer of COVID.
Summer of COVID. Is that a movie?
No, that's reality.
That's real.
Unfortunately,
Okay. We're gonna do a little bit different graphic here today. We're gonna have the big screen
you
and.
do whatever you need to do. The
Yeah.
big wave is coming. It's gonna crash down on
Oh
us.
my God! People are gonna be making cracks here. Check this out. They're gonna say, Shanda's on top. Ooh. All right, here we go. Let's
where
see.
I like it.
There you go. Okay, we got it. Okay, enough of that.
Well, spill my coffee on your head.
Yeah, dump it on my here. Stick it
Joey's
there.
coffee.
Joey's coffee.
Amazing community partner.
Yeah, the best part of waking up. Okay. I don't know. Where should we start? I want to start with the Wipey Awards. Damn it.
Okay, let's start with the wipey.
Yeah, let's start with the Wipey Awards. Ivanka Trump. Is that how you say it? Ivanka Trump?
The daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
Mom. Okay.
Okay, let's see. More than ever, our pledge to America's workers, is focused on helping Americans bolster skills to find new jobs and navigate career transitions. Today, we are launching #Find Something New ad campaign. That's a pretty bold thing that they're doing, don't you think?
What does she know about American workers? For one, she outsources all of her clothing lines to China, and
Well, yeah, I honestly, I don't know, but we had one of our, and this is going to make John, a 3-time Wipey Award winner. Yeah, he tweeted back at her, I'm thinking of a career to change to a guillotine operator. So I think that warrants the Wipey Award for John Ellis, Uphill John at Uphill Media. We're going to give John the Wipey Award. Yeah! John.
Hey, John, always bringing the snarky intelligence.
Yeah, the snarky intelligence. So yeah, I think John's nailed it right there because I've been thinking more about becoming a guillotine operator myself. A guillotine with chainsaw arms and things like that. So, meanwhile, back at the Dem Ranch, Tom Perez, Joe Biden recognizes the threat to our planet is not a hoax, and has a plan to address it. Biden's #Build Back Better. Is that the BBB? I don't know what the hell that is. Plan follows the science and will build a clean energy economy that creates jobs and ensures a more sustainable future. Is that like clean coal or what the hell is that?
Shut the F up, Perez. What is that? Nobody believes your crap.
Yeah, I know. I know this just dropped about a half hour ago, but it had like 77 likes. The Ivanka Trump's had like a bazillion. So anyway, yeah, no, strike one there, Tom Perez.
No, not strike one, bounce strike 1,000. This guy is just one of the worst.
One millennial. Anyway, and one more from the Twitter universe. We both kind of like this. Guess who? Guess who? Let me see if I can get this up here. Guess who?
Yeah, this made my day.
Yeah, guess who? Barry Weiss has resigned from the New York Times. Oh my God, she's she's resigning, alleging a culture of bullying from colleagues.
Oh, just because she shoves her Zionist views on
Oh
everybody.
my God in heaven! Oh my God! So anyway, we don't have to worry about Barry Weiss. What was the famous thing from Joe Rogan that she didn't
Well,
know?
he just let her freaking hang herself on his podcast a couple of years back, which was beautiful. She attacked Tulsi. She didn't even understand the language, the vocabulary she was using. I can't stand this woman, but I have a feeling that if she resigned, it's because she got a better offer. So I don't think that she's gone. She's going to pop up somewhere else.
Oh
So like
God!
a whack-a-mole.
Yeah, I think yeah, some of that probably came from that cancel culture article
Oh,
or
I would
letter
love
that
to
she.
cancel her.
Yeah, that letter that they all signed on to. I mean,
They
Chomsky
don't
signed
get
on to.
canceled when they have a platform. Shut up.
Yeah. As you can tell, everybody in the chat, we're kind of like loosey goosey this morning. So we're gonna, hey
Screw it,
Kendra.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday in the dive bar. I think we are more of a dive bar than a
We are
diving
like a
team.
dive bar,
Yeah, so
but a breakfast bar.
yeah, breakfast dive bar. Can I have some bubonic plague with that? Keep the squirrel. I'll just take the plague. I mean,
don't worry, it's on its way.
It's where was that? They found a
Order up.
How did they find a specific squirrel that had bubonic plague? I don't
In
understand.
Mongolia, didn't you read?
No, this was in like Colorado or something.
Oh no, okay,
Colorado
yeah, they had it pop
mountain
up in
high.
Mongolia last week too.
Oh my God! What now? Now, what's your take on that? I know it's we're probably making fun of a serious issue, but anymore, it's so surreal. Your collider ripping the universe apart, and the Mandela effect is on steroids, as far as I'm concerned. What's the deal? What's the deal? Are they fearing? Are they fearing us to death here? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, come on. I think a lot of it is the fear mongering, but come on, these viruses are out there. I don't know if we were testing for them, if we were looking for them. Maybe they have gone undetected for a long, long time, and now we're just aware of them. I don't know, but it just seems like there's something coming to get us every day, right?
Yeah, there is. There's something to come and get us every. I mean, fear, fear, fear. Fear, but go shop. That's
Consume. Trump bad.
Barbara said, "I can't believe I don't know who Barry Weiss is. You don't bother.
Don't
Bother.
know.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
She's
Zionist shill.
Yeah, she's a hack punk writer.
A Hillary Clinton ass kissing Zionist shill.
Did she really kiss Hillary's butt? I thought she was on the other team. I don't.
No. I want to believe that she is establishment Democrat and she hates progressives.
Really? That's why she came at Tulsi so hard and loosely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. I'm disappointed with Tulsi the same way I'm disappointed with Bernie. So
I'm only disappointed at Tulsi for one thing, and that's her embarrassment. Biden is aloha, but I get it. Bernie scorned her. Bernie treated her bad. She had Bernie's back the whole election.
Mistake.
That campaign ignored her. Refused to even return her phone calls when she was talking about endorsing Bernie. So she said, "Screw it," and went and endorsed Biden because she was done with her campaign. So I forgive her for that. I get where she came from.
Yeah, I do too. And that last interview she did on Jimmy Dore, that was painful for Jimmy. Remember
it was painful for Jimmy. I knew going into that interview, like, oh, this is going to suck for Jimmy to have to call out his, hero at that point.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Bernie, Tulsi, they were, and I guess they are on our team as far as many of the issues go. And I'm not going to beat the hell out of them. I mean, we could all day long. I mean, there's no point to it. Bernie brought the issues that mean the most to us today. I credit him with that. Tulsi was one of the strongest anti-war voices out there. So hey,
she's a politician.
Yeah, love you both, but damn it, are they holding your children over a volcano? What the hell's going on? So
tricksters. That's all they are.
Well,
I don't care who they are, or how long they've been out there. It seems like it doesn't matter. They're still politicians at the end of the day.
Yeah, they are. And again, Bernie's what's Bernie 77, 78? I mean, I would want to go out fighting as best you can. We don't walk in their shoes every day in DC, but it is a cesspool, it is a swamp. So do your best, guys. Come on, just try not to break Biden off in our ass any harder than you already have. I have a difficult time. Speaking of that, we had an endorsement meeting in my county district last night. And it was an endorsement. We endorsed some bills.
Let me guess. You guys endorsed by Bernie.
Bernie, no. Well, yeah, of course, a couple of people did. We went through that. The last vote of the night was to endorse Joe Biden, and they had 3 arguments for and 3 against. I think they only ended up having 2 against, but the 3 arguments for were, but Trump, and then Trump actually killed my family members, and there was no elaboration on that.
On Fifth Street with a gun?
Yeah, I think so. And then the colorful one that I mentioned to you in the green room was, I don't care who gets to be president. They're both shit. So I'm not going to vote for them. And I'm going, hey, I kind of like this
You
guy.
went to Arkansas last night?
I don't know what the hell he was from, but he had that accent. No offense to people with the accent, but it was really something. And then somebody else said something about, you couldn't even hear.
No policy, though, right?
No policy. So anyway, the vote was, drum roll. Well, let me put a caveat on this.
Sound effects on this show.
Yeah, we do. Mine are terrible. The one of the arguments for were that just like 2016, we can't have dissension. So I am wanting with all my heart a unanimous vote to endorse Joe Biden. And here's
unanimous will fix everything.
Yeah, here's Oz sitting in his chair right here in this chair listening to this shit, and I'm go, dream on, fucker. So here's the thing. I was there at that meeting with the intent purpose to make sure that it was not a unanimous vote to endorse Joe Biden. Now, I apologize to anybody that feels that we should get behind Joe Biden but Trump, but I don't really apologize because I think you're wrong. So the vote was 69-2. So I was one of the ones, and there was another lady in there that voted against endorsing Joe Biden. The whole the whole moral to the story is we keep giving away our power by blanket endorsing, I'm going to vote for Biden because Trump. You are giving away your position of power on everything. And that being said, I will tell you, if all the counties and LDs would not at least, this is crumbs from the table, give a unanimous endorsement of Joe Biden, we would at least have some heat on these guys. But we're just giving it away because of Trump bad. So, again, I encourage everybody that has not endorsed yet, a lot of them have, to not, at least don't give them a unanimous endorsement, because what you're voting for is many of the same policies that Donald Trump has in Joe Biden. You're voting endless war. You're voting against a Medicare for all single payer system. You're voting for a guy who lied 5 times on international TV, on social media at the last debate. 5 frickin' times. You can check it. You're voting for a guy that ran for president in the 80s. He had to drop out because of plagiarism. And the list goes on and on. And on. And this last video we showed of David Dole doing the interview with Andy, the guy that had ALS yesterday, made me sick to my stomach.
I can't even watch that again.
Yeah, that was the most insensitive whatever. So that's my Biden rant for today. I apologize, but I have to get it out. So shall we go on to the news? The news.
Well, thank you for your no vote, because it takes us, the people, standing up and showing up at our local central committees and saying, no, this isn't right. Quit supporting these corporate candidates.
Yeah, you got to stop it and vote all incumbents out. Republican, Democrat, just vote them all out. Get rid of them,
The chat is freaking hilarious right now. So Jesus says, life is cruel. You enter the world pooping yourself and you leave it pooping yourself. And Jilly Love says, Jesus, quoting the Bible as usual. You guys are cracking me up.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. Hey, Snork, good morning. Hey, Snork. Snork was on Monday Madness. Hey, Snork. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, Trump does bad. Yeah, I bet he remodeled the Oval Office and looks a lot better in 24 karat gold. Yeah, probably does. It's got, and hopefully he eats off the floor in there. Just throw the McDonald's on the ground and lick it off that 24 karat gold slab. What do we got? We got what's up first? Oh,
whatever we throw up.
Oh hell, let's just go for it.
Let's do some rising.
Yeah, some rising. Anyway, I'm really mad at Sauger. He's
Sauger. He's
Sauger.
And he's going to break down why fracking executives are getting big bonuses even as their businesses go bankrupt. Classic American story.
It's really inspiring.
We also have Trita Parsi on. He's going to break down some big stories coming out of Iran that really have been completely undercovered in the mainstream media, but have massive implications. So we'll talk to him about that. But we wanted to start with a lovely op-ed from Mick Mulvaney that we both just loved.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. We still have a coronavirus testing problem. That I love that CNBC picks this headline, but they're right. The issue, though, is that deep within the op-ed is that Mulvaney makes the case against fiscal stimulus. Mulvaney says that, you know what, the economic recovery is back, we're already okay, and if Congress is going to pursue anything, even though they shouldn't, if they pursue any fiscal stimulus, they should do a capital gains tax cut and a payroll tax cut.
Okay.
Oh, so they want to index capital gains. I'm like, you can ask Mulvaney anything. You ask him in 2010, you're like, what should we do to juice the economy? You'll be like, payroll tax cut, capital gains tax cut. You can ask Steve Moore in 1985. What should we do? Payroll tax cut, capital. These people learn nothing. They have no new ideas, and it's incredible. Let's throw one of my tweets up there on the screen because this was so funny. Is that in the op-ed at the very end when he's saying why we shouldn't spend money is because he says that if we do, that we are going to overpromise and underdeliver. Thus, the solution he has is that we should underpromise and underdeliver so that we can lose the election now instead of losing the election in the future. This is galaxy brain level.
Once again, I don't think the Trump administration wants another 4 years. Really?
It's starting to look that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to pay off some bets, I think. I just,
You gotta eat a little crow?
Yeah, well,
we'll see.
Nah, it's okay. I don't mind. Like I said in the beginning of all this, and I'm not backpedaling. This is what I said. If Trump face plants on this pandemic so bad that pisses off everybody, then he will be out. And that was my one main caveat, and I'm gonna have to go with that. But I don't mind paying him.
It ain't over till the corporate elite line their pockets, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen in the next 90 days with the schools?
Are you kidding? Like anybody could have predicted even 6 months ago where we would be. My head is still spinning from February where I just cleaned out my car and I had literally cases of Bernie buttons, Bernie bumper stickers, Bernie signs, Bernie flyers. I mean, we were ready to hit the ground running at the end of February for Bernie. And now my head's just spinning like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I don't know. 2020 definitely did not turn out like I had envisioned for the last 4 years coming into it.
No, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. It's like, history shows that the candidate in the primary who wins the first 4 contests, which Bernie, I think he pretty much won, other than that. Pete,
yeah, if they wouldn't have cheated.
They cheated that. And then to have, what was it, Clyburn, yeah, he rallied the troops at Obama's behest.
Yep.
That just kicked me in the head as far as the Democratic Party and where they're going and everything else.
We knew though. Can I tell you? I knew that it would come down to Obama would have to be the one to take Bernie out, and that's exactly what we.
That's exactly what happened. They took Bernie out. Obama did that. So that thrust me into one of your alternate reality things.
We've been in an alternate reality.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I'm going to keep segueing back to that because it's on my little bean today. Crystal Linsager again. They're Biden getting old militaristic Obama foreign policy team back together. We know this. It's going to be
get the gang back together.
Yeah, it's going to be hey, let's rerun Obama and see how that works out. So I'm just going to play a little bit of this clip. I think it's it's just a few seconds. It's a minute or so.
Bernie Sanders in 2016 was really derided as not caring about foreign policy. That was really not true.
It's not true.
But he didn't, I will admit, I don't think he talked about it particularly effectively. This campaign, one of the innovations and one of the things that was really encouraging is he really did offer a worldview and a foreign policy vision that was sort of diametrically opposed to this, that was very much leading with diplomacy, getting out of engagements, bringing our troops home as a value, and standing up, actually standing up for human rights around the world, not just like selectively when it's convenient and when it doesn't make our friends mad. The Joe Biden team that is being laid out here, and I know this is no surprise to you all, but it's always interesting to actually see the names, is literally let's take the Obama team, let's get the band back together, and let's operate as per usual. Now, look, there are some things here that I prefer over the Trump administration approach, getting back into the Paris Climate Accords. Does it go far enough? Of course not. We are like further down the path. We know more about just how devastating, how bad a shape we are in terms of climate change. Is it better to be in than not in? Sure. In terms of coordinating global coronavirus response and being able to work with people, we'll be able.
Yeah, those are big things. But do you really think that going back to the way it was, the slumber during the Obama administration, while he escalated wars, while he defunded
Rape the planet.
I don't like Obama because he stabbed our values in the back. And I was a sucker for the last time. So I'm a little bit cynical. What's your, how do you?
No, I agree. I won't get fooled again. And I was fooled by Obama and his rhetoric. And it's, the planet is so far gone now with what we're seeing happening with the glaciers and the polar ice cap and Siberia. And what people don't understand is when that oceanic current quits moving through the ocean and moving our water because it's flooded by warmer fresh water, we're done. The clouds stop moving. Everything heats up. Our crops die. And, Obama drilled in the Arctic. He allowed fossil fuels to just rape us, and to think that we're going to go back to that. And that doesn't even mention the banks and the Goldman Sachs that were embedded in Obama's campaign or in his administration. It makes me sick that anybody thinks that we're going to go back to that and we're going to be okay.
No, I agree. We can't go back. We can't afford to go back. I don't get how people are so adamant about going back to the Obama administration is going to make their life or the planet or anything, better, except their hope beyond hope that this next administration will have the wherewithal to do something on this climate. I don't believe it because Joe himself said nothing's fundamentally going to change. I've got, where's Suzanne O'Shea?
They don't want it to. Yeah, no, that was a great comment. You and I always think alike.
Yeah, Suzanne O'Shea. This is the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Trump. Yeah, we got to quit sharing that brain. You got most of it. Give some of it back. Maybe Trump has has a bet with someone to see how bad he can still be and still have public support.
I totally could.
Yeah, that's narcissist 101, I guess.
Well, I think that's why he ran. Him and the Clintons were friends. I honestly think Hillary and Bill talked him into it. Like, hey, why don't you run? You'll get some publicity for The Apprentice, and you'll help Hillary along the way. And then halfway through, he started like, oh shit, I'm winning. I could win this thing. I honestly think it started out as a joke and it's just continued.
And the joke is still going. Here's a joke that's not so funny, but it's actually true. And this is what they're doing. Frack America.
Frack America. Frack it. I didn't understand the fracking problems until I traveled across the country to go to Philadelphia as a Bernie delegate. And when I got to the Rocky Mountains on a beautiful 85-degree day, I couldn't see the Rocky Mountains because there was so much fracking haze. Yeah. I didn't know what fracking haze was. It's the most insane thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, now that's one of the benefits of being locked down is you don't have the haze that you did. So, is it going to make a big difference in the grand scheme of things? Probably not, but I'm glad. But it shows us, I believe, that, we have the ability to slow down this stuff just by locking down. Say, hey, everybody, suck it up. So that means what, Shandy? You got to take the capital out of the system to make this happen. And what's taking the capital out of the system is the pandemic. Okay, so they shut everything down. The air cleans up a little bit. But, that has wrought how many million people out of a job? How many businesses closed?
Jobs? We're going to cover that later in the show. I brought an amazing clip that's just shocking.
Oh, good. Which one is that? Is that Breakfast
That's the
Club?
Kyle Kalinske.
Oh, Kyle Kalinske. Okay, well let's go. Let's move on. I'm blabbing here. Yeah,
what we do.
lots of good comments here today. Like I said, we're
Yeah,
having
you guys
a
are engaged this morning.
Yeah,
Julie, I agree with the no real clouds.
yeah. I know.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
as always.
Now what's Charlemagne talking about here before we get into
This
it?
is a Breakfast Club clip from this morning, and Charlemagne brings a clip of Trump talking about, well, we'll talk about it after the clip. I don't
Okay.
even want to set it up.
Let me see if I can crank it up. Model T style.
Of you, Donald Trump absolutely feels that way about President Barack Obama. Now, yesterday, the celebrity in chief, President Trump, defended the nation's coronavirus testing record and the rising case numbers of COVID-19. And you know, when you don't want to take blame for something, you got to pass that something off to someone else. And that's exactly what Donald J. Trump did. Let's listen to it.
President Trump, you've said many times that the number of coronavirus cases is going up because testing is increasing.
That's right.
Do you acknowledge that it's going up for other reasons too? For example, that it's actually spreading? And what are you going to do to stop the spread?
Well, you know that we have one of the lowest mortality rates anywhere. If you know Biden and Obama stopped their testing, they just stopped it. You probably know that. I'm sure you don't want to report it. But they stopped testing. Right in the middle, they just went, no more testing.
The white man always want to blame the black man for their mistakes. Did you just hear Donald Trump say Obama and Biden stopped their COVID-19 testing?
What?
Play it again.
President Trump, you've said many times that the number of coronavirus cases is going up because testing is increasing.
That's right.
Do you acknowledge that it's going up for other reasons too? For example, that it's actually spreading? And what are you going to do to stop the spread?
Well, you know that we have one of the lowest mortality rates anywhere. If you know Biden and Obama stopped their testing, they just stopped it. You probably know that. I'm sure you don't want to report it. But they stopped testing. Right in the middle, they just went, no more testing.
What?
Now, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, nor am I the strongest Avenger. The last time that I checked, coronavirus hadn't even infected a person until late 2019, about 3 years into Trump's presidency. Donald J., you can't complain about Biden and Obama stopping coronavirus testing simply because COVID-19 didn't exist during their administration.
Oh my God in heaven.
Yeah, let's unpack this because this is just mind shattering. Like, okay, for one, he doesn't answer the question. And when he does, she says, you say it's because of more testing. Well, that's kind of how testing works, you know? And then he immediately just pivots and he says, well, Obama and Biden quit testing. And I know what Trump is alluding to, but Trump is too stupid to actually explain it, was that the Obama Biden, they cut funding to the CDC. So we weren't doing mass pandemic watching any longer. We weren't out there sampling, systems to see if there was viruses that were popping up. That is what Trump's trying to allude to, but he's too freaking stupid and he just looks like an idiot because he says that, they quit testing. Well, there was no coronavirus 3 years ago. What an idiot.
Yeah, I don't understand. Is this the same old game of blame the last president for anything and everything that's happening?
We know that Trump can't stand Obama. Trump was a huge pusher of the birthers movement, right?
Yeah.
But Obama was born in Africa, not here. So, yeah, Trump's definitely got some hate for Obama.
Well, I think, you know what? I always go back to this. Remember when they had those dinners for the media, the roast?
Oh, yeah, the correspondence dinner.
The correspondence dinner. Now, I think it was, I don't remember which one it was, but there was one where Trump was at and Obama just burned him down.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
And Trump's face was like, if I had any balls, I'd go up there and punch you in the face. But he doesn't have any balls.
His daddy didn't buy him any.
No, his daddy didn't buy him any balls. But that, I believe, that is one of the stellar moments in Donald Trump's hating of Barack Obama and that administration. I know it's maybe childish and selfish, but what are we looking at in the White House today? So, yeah, that was a good one. Kudos to Charlemagne. That's the Breakfast Club. That was pretty.
Yeah, no, I occasionally like what the Breakfast Club is doing. I think that they have a really important job to the audience that they speak to that is left out of mainstream media so much. is, black media.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll take this opportunity to tell you guys, and thank you, Convo Couch, again for calling us out, Uphill Media, and some of our members, because I truly believe we are the press. I mean, we lean towards opinion op-eds here. But Johnny Tsunami did a fantastic
Dive into Wayfair. He did.
Wayfair,
He
yes.
really did.
You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, so if you're following the Wayfair red herring story, which I absolutely believe it's a red herring story, I think that too many truths are coming out about the global elite, corporate elite, whatever, the rich people, and how they're trafficking. I think they're trying to cover it up with these look over here type of stories. And Johnny did an amazing job of breaking it down, going in and finding the facts and, laying the facts out for you to see. There's a few more things I want him to dive into, but that's just me. I go deep. So.
No, they did a great job on that yesterday. And they showed where there were fallacies in the report itself. It wasn't like they just bought this all hook, line, and sinker. They actually did investigation as best they could. They presented it well. They weren't hardline on, they're sex traffickers. Right. Well, you know what? The way everything is such in our face these days, when they can take a cabinet that could be no more than $400, $500, $600, $800 and charge $10,000 for it, and then name it one of these runaway kids, and charge $12,000 for it. Nah, that doesn't pass the sniff test. So.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there's not something weird. And the thing about the Wayfair thing that really creeped me out is how they stage the pictures. So if you go and you look at buying a bookshelf, the books on that bookshelf are very, very strange, like books about human sacrifice, ritualistic shit. I mean, Satanistic stuff. And if you really know what's going on, you understand what that's all about. But I still just find it weird, but was it done intentionally? It could have very well been done intentionally.
Yeah, it really could, and nothing surprises me anymore. But anyway, we don't have the story to report on, but they'll probably drop it today. What Convo?
They did. They dropped it at 4:00 this morning.
So run over to Convo Couch and check it out, because it's quite intriguing. And those who want to call conspiracy on everything that's happening, well, that's fine, but prove it wrong first before you call it a conspiracy, because remember that president that got shot? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, can I elaborate a little bit on this?
I hope so.
Okay, so this is a huge problem I see within our society is a lot of the far right QAnons, I call them the QAnons, right? They believe a lot of this stuff, which I believe is true. When you dive down deep into it, there is a lot of facts to support it, just like any conspiracy theory. There's always some grain of truth that starts it, but they go over the top with this shit, and then that negates everything that's been said or any progress that we actually have, because they go too far over the edge.
Yeah, they twist it. They take, that's propaganda. Take elements of the truth, twist them into the narrative you want,
Goebbels,
and then tie a bow on it and shove it down the public's throat or up their butt. I mean, that's how they've been doing it for years, social conditioning. So anyway.
It's like Pizzagate. Well, make it so crazy and so outlandish that nobody will believe it. They'll just dismiss you from the beginning. Yeah. So, it just drowns out the truth.
Yeah, so they get a story that scares them or makes them nervous, so they make another story in tandem, a companion story coming from their propaganda outfit, and they just put it on steroids. Oh, this is cray-cray. And it's like, but that's how you would do it. So again, we are the press. Everybody's the press. Open your eyes, open your minds,
open your mouths.
Juice up that critical thinking skills. And if you hear something, talk about it, discuss it. Talk to, Snork. Snork's really sharp person too. He's educated, and everybody, Barbara, you all have good opinions and well researched and things. So let's talk about it. Anyway,
open your minds, but not so far that your brain falls out.
Yeah. You don't want it to. Mine would bounce down the road. So we are the press. We have to be the press because we don't have anybody in press anymore. We got all these bullshit artists now. Did we cut this one, or am I just running it from the beginning?
No, I cut it. 1 minute to 2:13.
1 minute to 2:13. God, Shanda, thank you for keeping me on track because I am terrible. Okay, 1 minute. Here we go. Kyle Kulinski Time bomb. 32% of households miss July payments. Holy shit! And it's a coming.
32% of Americans
have already spent their one-time stimulus check, the one-time $1,200 check, and the extra $600 per week in unemployment insurance used by many to cover essentials like housing runs out at the end of July. That means even more households could potentially miss their rent or mortgage payments in the coming months. We're already at 32%. We're already at 32%. What's that going to go up to when you get rid of the $600 per week unemployment insurance increase? And again, it goes away at the end of this month. What's that going to get up to? Over 50%? Over 50% of people unable to pay their rent or their mortgage? Over half the country? Is that what's going to happen? Over half the country can't pay their rent and can't pay their mortgage. I'm at a loss for words. We've never seen anything like this before. I don't know how many times I could tell you that.
Is that where I cut it?
Yeah.
Perfect. 213. Okay.
213.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Amber King.
Amber King. We got 2 Ambers. What happened to Oz? Did he like croak or what?
Amber just logged in. You're gonna have to frame her up real fast.
Oh,
hang tight, guys.
Amber threw me off. Amber.
Amber snuck in and booted Oz.
Hi, Amber. Let's pin you up here. Is this where you're at? Oh, now we got 2 Ambers. We got 2.5 Ambers.
1.5.
1.5 Amber. Okay,
that might be enough. I don't know.
There's a Shanda.
That might be too much for some.
Let's see. So what's?
Well, welcome, Amber. Glad you joined us for the breakfast bar.
Yeah, we've been chewing it up this morning.
Got my buddy Kyle up. I see.
Yeah, we're talking about 32% of Americans who haven't paid their rent.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm in a fun spot too. I get to figure out how I'm going to pay my rent going forward and renew my lease. Yeah. And I'm like, what does that entail? Because I have no income. Will they even? I have no idea.
Right. Because normally it's based on your income. You got to have so much above and beyond. Yeah.
3 times your income. Which,
I don't live in that world, but I hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm too poor to ever qualify for something like that.
It's scary and, a hustle. So I definitely don't have my 2.5 jobs I used to have to be able to afford my 3.5, 3 times the rent. So we'll see what this looks like.
Well,
the whole country. This is insane. 50%. Can you even mentally wrap your mind around 50% of America being evicted or being houseless? It's insane. And here's the thing: they're on fucking vacation. They don't even care. Oh well.
Yeah. Thanks, Pelosi.
Yeah.
Most people want to blame other people, but she's the one who
set the freaking standard. She could have stopped it. She could have put shit in, and she could have put protections in there to where it would have automatically renewed if we were at a certain threshold, and she didn't because it costs money.
Well, and it took away their wealth.
Right.
Let's be clear. They don't want to take anything that competes with their wealth, so they're out of that.
Well, are they going to have wealth when we come for them with the guillotines?
Well, so my timeline of July, and I'm down here in the corner. Sorry, guys, I didn't do the graphic.
We put Oz in the corner.
Yeah, and this is where I belong because, like I said, I want to hear the ladies talk mostly. Amber, my timeline of debarkation between the shit really hitting the fan is July 31st. Am I close?
No, because people in theory,
right. I'm going to say September.
I'm going to say September also, because that's also, I think once summer's over, the weather changes, kids most likely do not go back to school. And you've got entire families' processes completely destroyed.
Well, they're freaking out about school right now. Now, did California, they're going to do virtual schooling. They didn't say how long. Is that correct?
Online.
Yes, and
so is New York.
Most of the universities are kicking out all their foreign students also because they're going to online only. So that economically is especially here in Washington State, that is a huge amount of income that these universities take in is from international tuition.
Yeah,
so
that's what keeps my local college alive. And then on top of that, it gives ICE a open license to go after them now.
Now there's several lawsuits against ICE on this. I've read. So what's that?
never enough.
It's never enough.
Never
ICE
enough.
is so evil.
Never enough. They're part of law enforcement as we roll on. That's the deal? So they're immunized against these things, right? Until
I didn't bring the Democracy Now! Clip just because it was so long, but we see 2,000 detainees at the Eloy Detention Center that have now tested positive. Do you know that the corrections officers inside the prison, or what are they, detention centers, but come on, let's face it, they're prisons, have to pay for their own testing. So come on, they're making $12 an hour, $13 an hour. They're going to go get tested? No, they're just going to go to work. And that means more immigrants will get sick.
Yeah, I'm thinking that these frontliners that we're supposed to be protecting, we're not doing a very good job. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't care. The private prison doesn't care.
Yeah, this is the private militarized prison complex,
Yep.
closely tied in and operate about as clean as Border Patrol.
Yeah, and that's going to blow up.
They're the vigilantes.
Itself too. So well, we're going to have NFL and Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas though. That's okay, right?
What really matters is golf courses are open.
Golf courses are. Yeah, my buddy.
As long as the golf courses are
That's right,
open,
golf courses are open.
you know, the rich can play. It's
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but the golf courses have taken some vital steps in securing the safety for everybody. I mean, you can't pull the pin out anymore. You got to leave it in, and they put these little rubber things in there to stop the ball from falling way down in, so it just kind of hangs there. And then they took those masturbating things that you wash your ball with. They took
Yeah,
those.
the ball washer.
Yeah, the ball washer. They took those things out, and I think they did something else, social distancing, masks, all that stuff. So they're really on top of it.
I don't attack golf because I am a golfer. I was on the golf team in high school. I appreciate the game of golf, but I do understand that it is a game of the elite.
Yeah. I was on the golf team too, but I sucked. So
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, but I had fun. It was
I
great.
had fun. Yeah,
we got to drive carts around. We didn't have to run around. So
Well, I would just sneak up and smoke my weed.
yeah. Oh God, you are such a terror of a child. Anyway, let's push on here real quick. We want to talk about what a great leader that Cuomo was in his response. Let's just listen. Come on, Amber. You love Cuomo, don't you?
Oh,
He
yeah.
made some
I mean,
damn sense at some things I heard today.
Yeah.
I got a whole new appreciation for the daily rundown of New York in the city.
New York in the city. New York. What a wonderful town. Okay.
Cuomo,
Press conferences
who
were awesome.
has been lauded as the sort of resistance hero of the pandemic with his amazing response that, in part led to New York being the hardest hit state in the entire country, especially in the early days. Although I do want to say they've gotten deaths all the way down to zero. They actually have it under control there now, but after a disastrous early response, well, he has now put out this poster, which is basically patting himself on the back. It's sort of embarrassing. You can see them like New York leads again there in the center. And you've got, I think, Trump sitting over here on the moon. It's a whole just weird celebration of how amazing he was. Your approach to nursing homes killed New Yorkers. You were complicit in those deaths. Let's not give ourselves a parade here. It's insane.
Where's that on the poster?
Yeah, I missed the nursing home piece
missed
on the
that.
poster.
And you're looking at, this thing is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. There's Boyfriend Hill or Phase 1 and Phase 3, Trump on the moon, and all of them together. Coronavirus testing swab.
Back up on the screen.
I please put this thing back up on the screen. I'm amazed at it. And New York Mag actually had the best.
Wake up, America! Forget the politics and get smart.
Yes, they were the governor of New York just created a poster in order to laud himself for how he did, even though they had the worst outbreak in the entire country, one of the most amount of initial deaths, and had a disastrous move whenever it came to those nursing homes.
Well, I am speechless. Come on.
This seriously looks like something out of Monty Python. I love it.
It does.
Can I get a copy of this poster and
Yeah.
hang it up next to my my Bernie posters?
Yeah.
I mean that is insane to me.
Yeah, I'll trade you 5 Bernie buttons and a Bernie mask for this poster. That's how big it is. So yeah, prop again.
Trump tattoo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Does Trump have a tattoo? What's
On the moon.
Oh, on the
Yeah,
moon.
I don't even want to
With the
think about
creepy
it.
middle-aged sun looking down.
Well, I think it's reminiscent of a Monty Python poster. All right, come on, guys.
Which is how I've always, I mean, let's be clear, that's how I've always measured politics in my life is the level of Monty Python, is it?
Yeah, I think so. That's what they're measuring. It's not by dead bodies, it's by Monty Python things. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Barbara has something to say here. She's, forcing kids back to school during a pandemic is unimaginable. A crime against humanity. Yeah, and is Cuomo going to force kids back to school in New York?
No, he said this morning that in districts that have high cases, the schools will remain closed, but in districts that have low cases, that yes, they will open the schools back up. But can I just say, New York, you guys fuck us up every time with your falling in love with these stupid leaders. You did it to us with Giuliani, and we got stuck with that bastard for 20 years. Please don't do that with Cuomo. We don't want this guy in power. No, don't run him for president. No, he doesn't need to be a congressman. No, stop.
Yeah, stop. I feel the same way about Florida, but yeah, New York was really horrible. Giuliani.
I'd also like to point out that famed Epstein lawyer Alan Dershowitz.
Oh, so Dershowitz
is going to be not only. There's two highlights I saw of him this week. The first was he is going to be one of the Republican speakers at the convention in Alaska.
He needs to be in prison.
That they're having. Very impressive for the Alaska Bar Association. And then he's also going to be debating Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on environmental issues. So that'll be fun.
That guy is pure evil.
Exactly. And being propagated, propped up. We've had enough of your New York, gangs in New York. Please take them back.
Trump will protect him just like he did Roger Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Trump, there's a big election in Alabama tonight. Who are you going for? You want Sessions or do you want Finkelberry? You guys.
Is that Dingleberry?
I don't know what the hell the guy's name is, but Sessions wants his old seat back, and he's using the good old boy thing on him. So I'm interested.
The Keebler elf?
Yeah, the Keebler, the troll.
When I worked in the marijuana industry, I would literally tweet him every day, like, "Put your big boy pants on. We're coming for you, buddy."
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know. He is he's 4'3", I think. But anyway, I don't know. That's got to be a message. The reason I brought it up was that Trump is backing Sessions' challenger big time, and in Alabama, of course, because they got in a sissy fight, and and now they're mad at each other. So yeah, they're just so
I do declare.
Bringing it back to New York, it's awesome that the New York Times puts a front page picture of Jeff Sessions outside a Cracker Barrel.
You crazy cracker.
Scarlett, frankly, I don't give a damn. So anyway, it's unbelievable. It's cray Tuesday here on the dive.
Lindsey Graham standing behind him, clutching his pearls.
Yeah, I mean, my God, it was
in his hoop skirt.
Yeah. Hey, Amber, I told you last night I was in that meeting. I told you the score. It was 69-2 in favor of endorsing Joe Biden.
Yes. You TDSers.
Yeah, I know. And, there were 2 votes against endorsing Biden, and I'm proud to say I was one of them. So, and then there was another lady who wasn't going to vote for Joe. So,
congratulations.
I think, and I suggested earlier in the show that everybody don't give Biden a uncontested endorsement. There's no way. If the least you can do
an endorsement, period.
I know, but you got the TDSers, like Amber just said. I got Trump derangement syndrome. Bad Trump. We gotta get Trump out. That'll solve all of our problems.
Everything will be better when he's gone.
Yeah, it'll be better. It's
so screwed.
Yeah, let go my ego. I mean, Jesus Christ. Let's vote for no policy. Let's go back. Let's wind the clock back 10 years and see what we can do. Anyway,
I think they're going for 50 to 70. Honestly.
Well, at least the 90s.
In the mindset, that's where we go back to.
Yeah. Well. fortunately, a lot of us in this cycle will be our last cycle. I hope it isn't mine. I hope I got a couple more years. But
can I say I think that's a good thing, Oz? Sorry to say that, but it's the fucking boomers and their support of the neolibs for 40 years that have hurt us so bad. And I take a lot of shit. I get called ageist. I'm sorry. I did not have that opinion until I went into the Democratic Party and I ran into a wall that refused to open their eyes or open their minds.
What? Ageist? Grandma? You're not ageist.
Yeah, grandma. I know people don't think I'm old enough to be a 3-time grandma, but I got good genes. What can I say?
Yeah.
But
yeah, you do have good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure?
I think it will change as some of these elite that are holding the party, the pleos, the party leaders and elected officials, as they start to go, we might actually be able to rein some control back from
Well, yeah, if the younger ones, but I'm seeing too many young Democratic organizations
falling for it.
Yeah, they're falling for it. They're buying it. But I think by and large, the younger people get it, especially with the Green New Deal
they get it more than people know.
And their health care. So just because you got a couple of brainwashed kids, like we all have in all demographics, people who are brainwashed, people who suck on the teat of MSNBS and CNN
turn
still.
Off the TV.
You turn off the TV, it's like, woo, it's just garbage.
I can't believe I used to watch Rachel Maddow.
I did back when she was on America.
I did.
Yeah, I did. I thought finally we got somebody that's going to speak to truth to power and
oh, look, she's going to interview Bernie. Who's,
Yeah. Well,
Thank God.
money talks and bullshit walks with it. So there you go. It's, that's
Thank you, pharma, oil, and gas executives.
Yeah.
Our news.
Yeah, I get to burn up with money. So I get to, whatever. I guess, is that it? We got something. Oh, we have a...
I'm glad Amber showed up for this. I brought this just for her. I brought this just for you, Amber.
This is for you.
Can't wait. Bring the fire, baby.
We know how fond you are of Lex Luthor, so here we go.
Predatim ferociter, step by step ferociously is the motto of Blue Origin, and one which Bezos himself lives by, who today is building a 10,000-year clock deep inside a mountain on his Texas ranch as a symbol of long-sightedness. This incremental and often secretive approach was how Bezos conquered retail. And it could...
What? Now, explain to the audience what the hell this is, Shanda?
Yeah, I always dig deep on these guys. I just found this what the hell? Why is he digging a huge hole and building a 10,000? Is that what they said?
10,000 year clock
on his ranch inside of a mountain.
Long-sightedness.
Yeah.
Is it what's the name of the clock? Big Bezos or Big Jeff or what? What the hell? What the hell?
Got the Bezos balls. We're gonna need some really good naming conventions here.
Well, I still think it should be Lex Luthor and beyond or something. I truly.
He's definitely Lex Luthor.
He is definitely Lex Luthor. And we don't have Superman or Supergirl yet. So.
That's a great interview by the BBC. You guys can go check it out. They dive deep into Bezos and his start and rise. But there was a lot of information on what he's doing with his money. Space is really where he is spending a lot of it. But I just thought this was crazy because nobody had heard about it. I asked people, what is this Bezos clock about?
Yeah, and in fact, that's funny too because I, being on the job hunt, being unemployed. I have been looking, and one of the few companies hiring that is, military. Blue Origins is hiring here in Washington. You can get 5G permits with Dish Networks hiring in downtown Seattle, and and tons of biotech, lots of biotech out in the suburbs. It's insane. And then we get, you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, there's the job. Look at the job description. Don't tell me this isn't happening. I watch way too much of this.
Yep.
So
watch military contracts and RFPs if you want to know what's about to happen.
So when are the cancer buffets going to be available in Seattle, or are they already available?
Well, that's another fun thing. I mean, let's talk about coronavirus vaccine. That is the same type of vaccine that goes straight into what they've been trying to do for cancer for 15 years.
Great comment in the chats. The Bezos Millennial clock is located right next to the Blue Origin launch site. Can you say butthole next to ejection seat?
Who is that? Was that the girl? You're a mean.
Yeah, Grinch.
You're a mean one,
Oh my God,
Mr. Grinch.
that is priceless.
Oh, that is good. Oh, that is good. It hasn't come up on my feed yet. Shandy, you're on top of it. You're like a cat. You
Maybe
pounce
there's
on
an
me.
underground tunnel that's linking like.
That's what I think. I think.
This. What did he call it? His insightfulness clock.
His
Yeah,
insight, it was proving how insightful he is in things. It was some narcissistic,
Yes.
another
Oh my
narcissistic
God.
monument
Narcissistic
to his.
psycho.
Yeah, I'm thinking, and that's the Osmandius. That's where my nickname comes from.
And
is
he
Oz.
absolutely is a trillionaire. He's not wanting.
Oh yeah.
No.
We made him a trillionaire.
We made him a
thanks to
trillionaire,
COVID,
especially
on the
COVID.
backs of our postal workers.
Yeah, that's the exclamation point. Jilly Love says, "Corona Burger, anyone?"
Oh, that
Sure, why not?
brings up some fun stuff too. That Bezos and Zuckerberg and Gates have been putting into the Impossible Burger, but they also putting into making fake breast milk.
I saw that.
Oh,
my God,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, gross, gross, gross.
What are they?
Yeah,
what-
because we don't need women anymore. We don't need mothers. Mothers
Transhumanism.
cause them a lot of strife being arrogant males. So we'd like to just replace them, and then they're unnecessary, and we're saving the world. It's total
Can you say
corporate
Matrix?
greenwashing to the unteenth.
Yeah.
My indigenous grandmother's council, is going to come at them with pitchforks and
Oh,
laser
but they're
bolts.
doing it to save the babies in the Congo, don't you know?
No, it's to save your pod babies and your
Exactly.
underground layer next to your clock.
Yep.
So who would have thunk?
Seeds of Jeffrey Epstein.
So
Yeah, exactly. all the same funding circles. Ah,
what?
Well, he was going to repopulate the world in his image. Check into that storyline.
Ew. Really?
oh, yeah, it's the same. It literally is the same funding.
Yeah, it is. Literally.
Oh shit.
Transhumans.
Transhumanism.
Haven't they made a movie like this before? Was it Coma? No, that
Made
was
a lot of movies.
It's like I mean, pop culture's riding high on all this surreal shit that's happening now. We want to
Why
go.
not? Nobody believes it.
Yeah, we want to go out with a short dissertation on the singularity, please, Shanda. Can you get everybody prepped for the singularity?
Singularity. That's not something I can do in 2 minutes, but I'll just tell you, the singularity could have already have happened, or it could happen very soon, and that is when artificial intelligence realizes that it's more intelligent than us.
Oh, yeah.
And we're there. So I'm a part of a community. Ben Gersowitz. We get emails once a month on singularity.net and their progress of just how far AGI is coming along. So check that out. Maybe we'll cover it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see a show on that. I think it would be even better if it was kind of an ongoing show with Brave New Future, because it lines up with your stuff and the accidental activists. I mean, you two converge on so many issues, like where you bring in Amber shoots out and then it's back and it's again. So it's fun to ponder.
Well,
anyway.
I'm going to have Amber on the accidental activist on Thursday. So why don't you guys stop by and check it out? You get to know a little bit more about Miss Amber and how she became the powerhouse intelligent woman she is.
Yeah, that's going to be
Deep
great.
dark seeker in rabbit holes.
Yeah. What else?
Voice on the street.
What else we got going this week? We got, of course, the dive bar every morning at 10. And
I've got an awesome Brave New Future on Friday night at 8 with Lynn Idahosa and our special, hopefully, fingers crossed, special guest, Mariana Everson.
Oh, yeah, Mariana.
Running for LD19. We got ballots dropping in Washington State. So everybody get ready to, throw on your mask and do some sign waving and encourage everybody to vote for their down ballot candidates to replace all incumbents.
Yeah. Vote out all incumbents and vote the down ballots, the populist, since people are confused on what progressive is, because the Democratic leadership and those cohorts, the incumbents, they're not progressive. But we're populist, and that's what I'm landing on. So for the people. So what else? We got something else going on. It's eluding me. PDPR. Yeah, tell them a little bit about that, Amber.
Yeah, so People for Democratic Party Reform is having a convention this weekend run under Robert's Rules of Orders and will be very democratic in process, in allowing speech, in allowing rules, platform. You can find out more, pdpr.org. Larry Taylor is heading that up. He's doing a phenomenal job. We've got, I believe, 36 states involved, territories. It's as the national delegates are realizing that they have absolutely no power in this pretend convention that will be happening in August, we wanted to give people a little heads up on what a real convention would look like and how we would hope the party would behave in the future, knowing that it's their private club. We are not in it, but we would like to have them at least act slightly democratic, if at all possible.
Well, what the heck?
Asking a lot, I know.
Yeah, I know. Looks like we lost Shane.
Yeah, I got bounced. I don't know. I was doing fine till Amber came in the room. Amber, I'm going to sage your voodoo witchy ways.
Witchy woman.
I do have essential oils burning in the other room. I bet that's it.
Something was up.
Yeah, let me see if I can get you squared back in. And
it's that Joey's coffee.
It must be.
It's Joey's coffee.
I didn't have any problems this morning. And I think maybe it's just how many people are on that pulls down on me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just where the heck? Let me get you framed in. We're going out right now. Okay, we got you back. There you are. We're going out right now. Again, no joke Saturday. Marcus says, "Hey, I'll be back the following week." So we're gonna
no joke.
No joke. And we love our no jokes with Marcus, Dennis, Amber, and Shamber. No, Shanda. Shamber, not Shamber. Shanda. And
I'm gonna put that as the name as Thursday night show.
Shamber. Okay, Shamber. Shamber. Yeah, it's like I said.
Does it come with a custom cocktail?
Yeah, I think it should.
And we'll make one.
Yeah. Shamber Cadillacs.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'll work. Cadillacs. That'll work. Anyway, but and almost on Saturday. So anyway, thanks everybody. Jilly, the Grinch, TCR gal. Hey TCR, what's going on? I'm seeing you a while.
Human loves solidarity.
Human, and Al, of course, Barbara. Jilly, who else we got in here? We got
TCR Galaxy.
TCR, yeah. I saw TCR over on Chris's show. Richard Monroe. We got, Anybody I missed? I don't know.
Snork's got some
Snorky. Love Snorky. He was on with Shanda.
Yeah, he was on last night.
Yeah,
I kind of barged into the Natural Progressive and dropped some loud rants on him.
Yeah. Barbara said, Convo Couch did a shout out to Uphill several times, actually. They said, and Amber King's been giving me all this information about Seattle and Portland. Yeah, Amber King. So, you hosted the Convo Couch while we were here in Washington State. Thank you so much, Amber, for doing that for our sisters and brothers.
That's what we do. We are the media. Yeah,
we are the media. We are the press. So we're going to go out with an oldie but a goodie. Anybody ever hear of C.C.R.? The old man down the road. Well, this is a pretty decent cover that I don't think they're gonna chop my head off for on YouTube. So, anyway, thanks everybody. Thank you, Shanda. Thanks, Amber, for popping in. Like I said. By the way, just to let everybody know, I am really trying to focus on elevating the voices of women, of other communities, LGBTQ and otherwise, of people of color. So that's going to be my focus. Sorry, guys, but the club's really full, so Oz is going to focus on that. I hope you will help me support and bring in your friends of color and different communities and women especially, because it is so out of sync, and a lot of these guys are great, but let's just get some more voices in there. Let's break it up a little more. So we got C.C.R., Old Man Down the Road. I hope you like it as much as I did.
He takes the lightning from the sky. voice that speaks in riddles. He got the eye as black as coal. He got a suitcase covered with rattlesnake hide, and he stands right in the road. You gotta hide, hide. You gotta jump and run away. You gotta hide, hide, hide. The old man down the road. He make the river call you lover. He makes the barking of a hound. He put a shadow across the window. So when the old man comes around, you gotta hide, hide. You gotta jump and run again. You gotta hide, hide, hide. The old man down the road.